little bit about my country and my school, and about the really exciting one-year exchange opportunity that you guys have at my school as well. So that is what we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to start with a brief introduction about the Netherlands. I never know quite how much people know about the Netherlands, so it's going to be very basic. Then I will go in deeper about my school, Hotel School The Hague, and talk about the specifics for the one-year certificate programs that you guys are able to join. And lastly, a little bit about Dutch cultures and some basic tips that you will need to survive there. Let's get started with a very basic intro. This country is the Netherlands. It's a very small country, pretty much the same size as Taiwan. However, we have fewer people, only about 18 million, although for European standard, that's quite highly populated still. We are located in northwestern Europe, so next to Germany and the UK, and we have our lovely capital city, Amsterdam. What you should know about our country, we're a small country, but with a big cloud. Also very international, because we have an open and tolerant character generally. Can differ, but hey. Some other fun facts about the Netherlands is we cycle everywhere. You will cycle from the moment you are 5 years old to school, to work, when you go out to party, and when you go drunk back. All by bike. Other fun facts is 9 out of 10 Dutch people speak English, so as long as you feel comfortable enough in English, you will probably be able to survive just fine in the Netherlands. And we have some of the world's tallest people. So if you want to take me for a reference, I am pretty average size for women in the Netherlands, and guys are about 185. But next, why would you want to study here? I already mentioned that we have a very international and multicultural environment. Quite a lot of our universities have a large share of international students, and most of our courses are given in English. At Hotel School The Hague, all courses are given in English, so you will be able to manage just fine. We also have excellent career opportunities, but more about that later. And we have a central location on the map. What I mean with this is when you get that visa for the EU, you will be able to just take a train or a plane to go to Germany, France, Italy. Europe is a small continent, so you will be able to travel everywhere in just a short year, because we have quite a lot of holidays. Next thing about why studying in the Netherlands could be a good thing is that we have a very innovative teaching method. If I were to compare it myself, I feel like the Taiwanese method is very traditional. For us, it is often very casual, but it's still structured, but not a lot of reading. It's mainly about yourself taking action and responsibility. Next, we have some of the best student cities in the world. Amsterdam is a great cultural place, but also nightlife and student associations are big, social, and very present. And specifically for Hotel School The Hague, we are one of the top 10 hotel schools in the world, but also one of the most affordable ones, so it's good value for money. So yeah, more about my school. As I said, we are in the top 10 of the QS ranking for the past 10 years or more maybe. But we have been around for a long time. The school was established in 1929, which makes it one of the oldest hotel schools in the entire world. We originally had only one campus, which was located in The Hague, given its name. But we later also got a second campus, which is in Amsterdam, which is where you guys will have an opportunity to join. Then a little bit about our teaching style. There should be a video.
只要有妈妈小小的鼓励，小朋友就可以感受到大大的关爱，就像进。
So what was for you different when you started studying in the Netherlands? I remember that when I first entered the classroom, that everyone was sitting around the table, and I thought that was really nice because it already showed that you're gonna get to know all your classmates and you're gonna work together. So that was really something that stood out to me.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, it was exactly the same. Like, I was really used to having these really big classrooms and just seeing the teacher as like this authority figure that you don't really get to talk about unless you have a specific question. And when I first came to the Netherlands and I saw just like everyone in this very tiny classroom with only like 15 more people and the teacher approaching everyone, I realized like, oh, it's super nice because it's so much more casual.
I really like studying here because it's really about the collaboration and not so much about the grade, but rather the experiences and the learning journey that are behind this grade. And that's, I guess, also what we are here for, right? Yeah. And that's why maybe you are considering to come to the Netherlands, because it's really not about the grade, but about making an awesome, or spending an awesome time here, making friends, and yeah, connecting with everyone around.
Yeah, it's all about the experience.
Exactly.
So yes, so basically what that video mentioned is that we have quite a casual learning style compared to what you will see here. For instance, we don't have any mandatory classes, it's all your own responsibility. But that's, as I said, it does come with responsibility. You can take a week of vacations in the middle of the semester if you want to, but we have a lot of group assignments, a lot of team small-scale classes, so your absence will be noted and your team members will very much be annoyed with you. But yeah, also something specific about Hotel School The Hague is that we are in a hospitality business school, specifically business. We like to call our school mainly a business school, focused on hospitality rather than a hospitality school. So you will primarily learn just the basics about business. We're incredibly international. We have, I believe, 40% internationals, although they are mainly European. So it is an incredibly different international environment than the international environment you might see here. But that's also very nice to experience. And we have small-scale classes. So you will sit in groups of maybe only 13, 14 students, and that is how you have your classes, often divided in workshops and lectures. But now a little bit more about the one-year certificate program that you guys are able to do. So you will join for 1 year. Your year there includes housing in Amsterdam. And 1 year split up in 4 blocks. We split up each semester in 2 blocks. So that is what you see here. You will join our first years in the second half of their first year, and then join the second years in their first half. So you will start with taking these courses: operational fundamentals, leadership skills, word of hospitality, and business English. What is famous about the school is that we really focus on the soft skills. Yes, you will get your basic theoretical knowledge, and it will be at a high level, don't worry. But what's really challenging about our school is the soft skill and the challenges that they push you through. During leadership skills, you will learn actually how to properly be in a team, how to receive feedback, how to give feedback, and how to manage team dynamics, which you will then be able to apply in your second week, which is a practical week. Here, all our first year students run all the outlets in our school. So that starts from the bar, the restaurants, we have a school hotel. So they run that by running the reception and housekeeping. And each week you will have a different outlet in which you have to prove your communication skills, your timekeeping skills, your innovation skills, and your, not pretty much that. We do not care how good of an apple pie you can bake in bakery. Just make sure that you communicate well, make sure that you are on time, and that you look professional. Once that is done, you are prepared for our practical placement. This is a really exciting opportunity for you to work 20 weeks in a 5-star hotel in Amsterdam. This can be any 4 or 5-star hotel in Amsterdam, but you might want to opt for one of the bigger chains. All of these are present, but you can also go to a boutique hotel. And basically you will work in operations there. These are the types of departments that you might be going into: front office, guest relations, and concierge, or even kitchen or housekeeping supervisor, well, depending on your experience. But basically you will be working there for an entire 5 months, getting to know all the basics. Meanwhile you're working on a placement report, an advisement report. You can basically see this as your thesis. It's going to be a report that at the end you will have to defend, just like a thesis defense. And if you manage to pass that, then you will be awarded a certificate from the Hotel School The Hague. So you will have a Dutch and thereby European school degree, which might be very nice. Here are some pictures of our Amsterdam campus. I am personally from the Hague campus, so I don't know this school as well. But every school we have La Mangerie, which is our eating locations. They have different dishes every day and are made by the students. And the better the students do, the better you guys will eat. We have a bar where you can enjoy the cocktails and beers after 5. And lots of meeting spaces and classrooms that you can use at any convenience. Next, a little bit about Dutch culture and food. To be honest, food is going to be difficult for you guys. Might be. It is not incredibly good. In many ways you can compare us to the British. Food that's not incredibly tasty, but high in bread and dairy. But our snacks and our cookies are incredible, so I highly advise you to try them. About transportation, as I said, we go around by bike everywhere. So I highly recommend you to get a bike subscription. We don't really have those easy bikes that you have here, but here you just pay a monthly fee and you have your own bike, which is secured even when it's stolen. Or you can just use our public transport, which is very efficient. Next, about dealing with Dutch directness, which is one of the main Dutch characteristics and also complaints that we get, is that we are overly direct. In Taiwan, I feel like people often go around the point and never quite say what they actually mean. Just imagine the complete opposite. If I don't like your hair, they will say, "Oh, your hair doesn't look that nice today." And it's not even meant as to be mean. It's just constructive feedback. And that can be very intimidating, often for internationals when they first arrive. But I also know that people quite often come to appreciate it as well. Just a straightforwardness and no beating around the bush. And you might also become more confident yourself in speaking up for yourself. And lastly, a little bit about Dutch student culture, which, I mean, we're a European country. We have a bit more of a partying culture, of a drinking culture compared to what I have experienced here so far. So usually what you will do after classes is you will go to a cafe and sit outside with your friends on a terrace and just enjoy some snacks, maybe a beer or wine. And that is how we spend most of our days. We also have a lot of festivals. This is an example of King's Day, the birthday of our king. We don't really care about the monarchy, but we do like to make it a celebration. And another big thing, especially at Hotel School The Hague, is student associations. Just like they do here, they prepare a lot of parties and events. This is an example of our charity gala, but basically every week they have at least a bar night. They will have dinners, all types of activities that you will be able to enjoy. So yeah, that was my presentation for now. If you have any questions,